I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you today, probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes worth of sharing. And it's going to be all about how you could do your 100K year. Okay. Now, I come at it from this angle. Success is a process, it's never an accident. Okay. Success is a process. And what that means is whoever puts that process into play will get the result. Okay. Success is not reserved for everybody else other than you. And success is not a magic pill or a silver bullet or a firework display that's suddenly going to go off in your DMs. Yeah, success is a process, but it's never an accident. Okay, success is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm throwing out all these cliches there. One of them hopefully will land with you. The one that I want to land with you is the one that helps you to realize that success is a process and success is for you. Success is for everybody. And the whole reason that you are building your business, the whole reason that you are here with me right now is because you want to grow your business, because you want success, whatever that success looks like for you. It doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else. It's not their business, it's yours. So I want you to really think about what success really, really looks like for you. Is it really 100K? Is that really what you want, the six-figure business? Or does it feel like that's the goal that you should have because everybody else seems to be having that goal? Everybody else talks about the 10K month, the six-figure year. So does that sit with you as a goal that you feel like you should have, or is it truly, truly your version of success for you, for your life, for your freedom, for your choices, for your bank account, for your family? Is the six-figure business really what you want? Because it is possible. I want you to know that. I want you to believe that. It really is possible for you if you want it, but it isn't a magic pill. There isn't like a overnight quick fix. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through, badly because of my cough, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to talk you through a few ways that you could achieve the dream of a six-figure business, okay? And none of it is going to be an accident. So I want you to ask yourself this: are you telling yourself stories about your future income goal? Are you telling yourself that I will achieve my dream business when I've got more followers? I will achieve my dream business when I've built my email list. I will achieve my dream business when I've built more lead magnets, right? Am I looking at other people? Yeah. Are you looking at other people in your social feeds, looking at their success and then suffering from comparisonitis and wondering how they achieve what they achieve and how you're working so hard but you're not achieving the same level of results as they are? Are you telling yourself stories about that? Are you getting in your own head? Could you be in your own way? Could you be the one thing that's actually stopping you from getting there? Are you telling yourself stories? So that's not a question for now. It's not necessarily a question I want you to put in the comments. It's a reflection. It's a reflection piece for you. And it might be that you need to ask yourself this question every week. Have I told myself this week any stories that might be just in my head but might be getting in my way? Because if you are telling yourself stories, any other story other than you are going to be successful, success is for you, it's a process, it's just a case of getting the strategy, the mindset, the implementation. It's a combination of those things. Success is for you. It's just a case of doing those things. But if you're telling yourself stories about any one of those three things, strategy, mindset, implementation, if you're telling yourself any negative stories about those things, then you are getting in your own way. And this question is something that I want you to reflect on regularly, because it's going to help you to recognize those little stories, those little things that you're telling yourself. Okay, so make a note of this question and remind yourself to ask it regularly. Okay, because it's going to help you. Okay, So this is how your 100K business could look, right? There's lots of ways to achieve a 100K business, lots. You can see some examples here on the slide. You could sell 100 things, 100 of your services, whatever that is, 100 things at $1,000. That would give you a 100K business. You could also say, well, I don't really want to sell 100 things, but I'm more comfortable with selling 50 things, but I'm going to put my price point up. Maybe it's a bigger course, maybe it's a longer program, maybe it's just a more VIP service. 50 things at $2,000. That gets you to your 100K business too. 1,000 things at $100 gets you to a 100K business. 50 things at $200 also gets you there, as does 200 things at $500. So just let that sit with you for a while. Which one of those combinations feels like the one that you might want to work on? Yeah, which one of those price points represents your signature offer? Maybe you have two offers. Maybe you have a low ticket and a high ticket. So your maths could be a combination of the two. But which one of those combinations of how to get to 100K resonates with you the most? Because when you look at it like that, suddenly the 100K business looks super simple, doesn't it? Super simple. If all I needed to do was find 100 clients to buy my stuff, my thing, whatever that is, at $1,000, that's all I would have to do for the whole year. That means every social media post I do is looking for those 100 clients. Every video that I do is looking for those 100 clients. Every email I send out is drawing people to that service. I'm looking for 100 clients. That's all I'm looking to do. And if the average conversion rate is 5 to 10%, for you to win 100 clients, then 10% would be 1,000 clients, wouldn't it? Yeah. If you spoke to 1,000 clients and you converted at 10%, you'd win 100 clients. Well, actually, when you look at speaking to 1,000 clients over a 52-week year, that starts to really make it feel simple, doesn't it? Yet, what we tend to do is we wake up every day and we get busy. We get busy writing content. We get busy doing lives. We get busy. We get busy writing emails. We get busy assessing conversion rates. We get busy designing lead magnets. We get busy doing landing pages. We beat ourselves up because it's not working. We get busy in the DMs. We have like hundreds of people coming to us in the DMs trying to sell to us. We've got random friend requests coming at us. We've got all that stuff going around and around and around and around and around, making us feel busy and overwhelmed. And actually, the most simple way to do a 100K year is to find 100 people to buy something at $1,000 each. Done. Could be simple. Could be as simple as that. Okay? I would love to get your feedback about these principles, okay? I would love to know if you've got light bulbs going off, if you are now sat there thinking, Rachel, you are absolutely right. I'm working far too hard. I'm doing 14, 15-hour days. I'm on 5 social media channels. I've got content coming out of my ears and I can't keep up with it all. And actually all I want to do is 100K and I've got a service that's $1,000. Why don't I just focus on finding 100 clients? If you're having light bulbs going off, I'd love to get your feedback. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you to take this advice and to turn it into a high-level plan for yourself. Okay, now what I've got here on the slide is an example of, let's say you've got 2 services. One's $1,000, one is $200. Yeah, one could be a live program, one could be an online course, for example. If you have that, then your strategy could be as simple as this: 50 clients at 1,000 plus 250 people buying your $200 course. That adds up to your 100K year. Okay. Now that means you've got slightly more clients to find than on the 100 at 1,000 example, but this is 300 clients and 250 of them are only spending $200 each. And maybe out of those 250 spending $200 each, you upsell 50 of them to your $1,000 item, service, program, whatever that is. Okay, so it might not be 300 clients, it might be 250 where 50 of them upsell. Okay, getting simpler, isn't it? It's getting simpler for you. So here's what I want you to remember about this high level plan. A simple strategy is always a more effective strategy. And if you went with this as your business model, right, just two programs to sell, if you went with this as your business model, you've then got a defined set of digital assets. Now, what I mean by that is a digital asset could be your online course, a digital asset could be your group program, a digital asset could be the resources that you support your one-to-one clients with. Okay, so a defined set of digital assets means that you've got the digital assets that support your program, your service delivery, but also you need the digital assets that act as your freebies, your lead magnets, your value add services, the things that you do to attract your clients. If you have these two programs, you then also need a defined set of lead magnets that you know lead your ideal client from free to paid. Okay? That having this simple strategy, having it laid out as simply as this, means that you're not spending your whole year bustling around in Canva designing lead magnet after lead magnet after lead magnet. You have a defined set of digital assets to get you to where you want to go. Yeah, it just means that you're streamlining the way that you go to market. Yeah, you've got your digital assets that you sell and your digital assets that you give away for free to take your audience from, audience to clients. Okay. What this also means is that you can optimize and build a reliable sales process because you haven't got sales processes going on all over the place. You've got a sales process that leads to your $1,000 service and a sales process that leads to your $200 service. You've got your lead magnets, you've got your services. Super simple. Really, really simple. Okay. The last benefit here on the slide is minimized distraction. We all know, me included, guilty. I have that magpie syndrome as well, shiny object syndrome, call it what you like, but I have that too. I get distracted too. I could build a course a week in my head. I could build an online course every day probably if I sat down and gave myself time to think about it, because I love personal development. And so I could be like light bulbs going off all the time, getting totally distracted. I've learned not to allow that to happen, but I know that it's something that a lot of my clients struggle with, is that distraction of, I want to do the lead magnet, but I'm distracted over here. I want to do the social media live video, but I'm distracted over here. So if you have a simple strategy like this one that I've got here on the slide for you, you minimize your chances of becoming distracted. Okay. And I also want to share this with you. This is my scaling up business tool. It's like a little framework that I use just to help my clients who do want to scale up. Okay, so the S stands for specialism. You have to be the go-to person in your niche. That's all about your personal brand and your credibility. So you will not be able to scale until you have established yourself as credible in your niche. So you have to have your specialism. Really know who it is you serve, what you do for them, how you help, and what the result is. The C stands for cash. And that's all about the tracking and the measurement of profitability, because you don't want to scale up an unprofitable business, because you won't last very long. You need to have a sustainable and profitable business before you can scale. So you need to assess your cash flow. You need to know, what you have, what you can afford to spend on maybe hiring a team what you can afford to spend on maybe advertising if you choose to go that route. You need to manage your cash, all right? If you're scaling, you absolutely need to manage your cash. The A stands for automation. You're never going to be able to scale above the 100K if you don't utilize automation, because time is so precious and automation reduces the use of time. So you need to look at systems to help you automate. The L stands for leverage, and there's 3 T's that we need to leverage. The first is time, the second is talent, and the third is team. So if you truly want to scale your business, you have to have those 3 T's firmly in order. You need to know how you're going to spend time, how you're going to be productive, how you're going to manage priorities. You need to focus on what your talent is and what the talent of your team is, so that you can leverage those 3 things together. And the E stands for evergreen, because selling live courses all the time is going to be tiring. So you're going to need to develop some digital assets that sit on the shelf. So they're always enrolling, or they're a digital course with no live delivery at all. And that's what we call an evergreen product. Always enrolling, always out there, always evergreen. And that creates those passive income streams that we all want. We all want to wake up to, sales coming in without any effort whatsoever. So an evergreen sales funnel, an evergreen product or service will help you to achieve those passive income streams. So if you've got any questions for me on this, please, again, do pop them below, and I'll be very, very, very happy to answer them for you. So the thing I want to just finish on is I want to let you know about the Profit Project, and I want to invite you to come and join me on this program. It's a 12-week group coaching program, and we meet every week on a Tuesday for 12 weeks as a group. And the group that have already enrolled is amazing. They are all amazing ladies, and they've all got big goals, big dreams, and big places to go. We're going to work on some real big things together. As part of the program, you get to choose whether or not you want 3 or 5 personal one-to-ones. Okay. And it's up to you whether you have those 3 or 5 one-to-ones at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the program, or of course you can spread them out. You'll get to celebrate the results that you achieve on the program at the Prosecco Pamper Party that we have right at the end. I send you a little goodie box straight out to your front door, a little goodie box from me that we can use to celebrate in our Prosecco Pamper Party. Within the Profit Project, there is also bonus training modules that are being updated regularly. You get 24/7 support and accountability, and you get lifetime access to the learning area. So once you get inside the Profit Project, you stay in there forever. So you can save it to your browser, and you can constantly check back to see when we have updated resources. And that does happen regularly. Okay. So I want to invite you to join me on this program. Okay. But how are you going to know if it's right for you? Well, I'm going to make it easy for you. I've got it here on the screen. The Profit Project is right for you if you're already working with clients one-to-one and you want a framework for reliable and sustainable growth. It's definitely for you if you're hustling your way to winning clients, which works for you sometimes, but not all the time. And you're feeling pretty exhausted, working long hours, you're tired, you feel like you're, going 3 steps forward, but then maybe taking a step back, and it just feels tiring. And actually what you want is a proven process, a proven framework. You want to know how to build recurring revenue streams that can scale to 100K. So I've just given you an insight in some of the principles that I teach around how to do that. One of the other things I will teach you in the Profit Project program is my five-step simple sales system. And I will provide you with a 12-week sprint document that will help you to plan your year in 12-week sprints. It makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, I promise. And the last reason that you're going to know if the Profit Project for you is if you are fiercely ambitious. Not just ambitious, fiercely ambitious. You want to make the money to achieve the lifestyle that you dream and desire and deserve, then you're going to need to join the Profit Project. The Profit Project is not for you if you're at the very, very, very beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. It's also not for you if you haven't won your first client yet, and I have got other programs for you if that's where you are. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, I do think Rachel can help me, but maybe I'm not ready for the Profit Project, then reach out, because there's other things that I can work with you on to get you those first few clients, yeah, to really get your business off the ground. It's not for you if you sell products rather than services. It's definitely more aligned to a service sale. It's not for you if you don't enjoy learning in a group with other women and the networking, because I can tell you the ladies that are in the current Profit Project who are graduating in 2 weeks, you know, the networking and the collaboration has been phenomenal. So if you enjoy working in a group and being held accountable and being held, you know, actually being held by a group of women who are there to support you, even if things are feeling tough, then yeah, working in a group like the Profit Project and having group coaching is definitely for you. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh, we've got some testimonials. It wouldn't be an invitation to a program if there wasn't any testimonials, would it? So, you know, I won't read them all out, of course, that would be very boring for you. But, you know, just a big one there. I've loved the Profit Project so much that I signed up for 2 more programs straight afterwards. And my business is now unrecognizable. That fills my heart with joy. Absolutely fills my heart with joy. And obviously there in the top right, we've got somebody saying 1,500% up on sales. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. There is no point investing in a program if you're not going to get results, is there? So we've got somebody here getting double their followers. We've got Rachel's programs are life-changing. Oh, that makes me so happy. And then we've got one specific there to the Profit Project. Rachel's Profit Project gave me so much confidence to finally start showing up in my business as a CEO. My launch hit 12K and I would totally recommend it. So if you are looking for results like that, then definitely be considering the Profit Project. Here is the plan. Here is the high level 12-week overview. Sometimes, depending on the ladies that we've got in there, I shuffle these around depending on what is the biggest priority. But definitely for me, that raising of a Prosecco at the end is definitely a priority, because it's important that we celebrate our results. No point getting results if we're not going to celebrate, is there? And this is obviously the important bit. You want to know what the investment is. In terms of the value, there is $3,997 worth of value within the program, but the the rates that you will see below that are considerably less. So if you go the 3 1-to-1 option and you pay up front, it's $1,497. If you take the 3 1-to-1 option and you want to pay across a 6-month payment plan, it drops it down to $279 for you. On the other side of the screen, on the right-hand side, you'll see the 5 1-to-1 option. So if you want to access my time in a 1-to-1 way, the Profit Project is the most cost-effective way that you're ever going to be able to do that, because my 1-to-1 for 6 months starts at $12,000. Okay, so if you want to work with me 1-to-1, this is definitely the most cost-effective way of you doing that. The pay upfront price for 5 1-to-1s is $1,697, and if you want to pay across a 6-month payment period, it drops it down to $299. So there's only a couple of spaces. You are going to have to be quick, and that is not a gimmick. That is the absolute truth. I ran the Sellout Success Challenge last week, and there's already 7 ladies straight from the challenge that have come into the Profit Project. I was planning to have 8 people on the program, but I would push it to 10 if you are the right person for the program. So if that's you and you want to have a chat with me about it, maybe you're not sure, maybe you just want to talk it through, you know, maybe talk about where you're at in your business and how the Profit Project is going to take you forward, then please just reach out to me either below this video, or you can reach out to me in the DMs. And I will be happy to just talk you through it, and we can assess whether this is right for you or maybe whether another program will be better. Okay, so that's it from me today. I hope that you have enjoyed the simplistic way that I've shared with you of how you could achieve a 100K business. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Stop. There we go. Oh, here we go. You got me back. So I'm now going to loop back and see if we've got any questions. You are talking directly to me. Oh, bless you, Sydney. Bless you. Dear coach, I love you. Thank you for taking the scary out of success. Oh, I love you too, my dear. I love you too. Oh, that's lovely. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. They are amazing. Sorry, got here late. Yes, Sydney, you are so in. You are in, girlfriend. Absolutely. So if any of you have got any questions, you know, I don't have to go. If you've got any questions about setting your income goals, achieving your income goals, whether 100K is possible for you, please, you know, like feel free to drop them here. If you don't drop them here, I'm going to go and open a bottle of wine and start my weekend. But I'm very, very, very happy to answer questions if you have some. So yeah, I'd love to know what you're doing for the weekend too. What are you doing? Have you got anything planned?